Corporate America doesn't care about you. You're just a number, a replaceable piece in their profit-driven machine. Now, I know I usually talk about art on this channel, sketches, webtoons, the creative grind, but today we're going deeper. The job market out there, it's a soul crusher. It makes you feel like your worth is tied to a paycheck or a rejection email. And I've been there, letting a no from a dream job mess with my head. If you're an artist or just someone feeling lost in the corporate grind, you'll probably get where I'm coming from. So enjoy this time lapse and let's dive into why your job, or lack of one, doesn't define you. Let's talk about the reality. The job market right now is brutal. It's not just you. Millions of people out there are firing off hundreds of applications, getting ghosted by recruiters, or hearing you're not the right fit for the 100th time. It's exhausting, and when you're an artist, it's a whole different beast. You're told to be practical, to chase a stable job, but even those seem hard to get. Every rejection hits like a punch to the gut. It chips away at your ego, your confidence, your sense of self. You start thinking, if I could just get this job, I'd be enough. I'd have value. And when you do land a job, it's so easy to let it take over. Suddenly, you're a data analyst, a marketer, an engineer, and that title becomes your whole identity. That's where so many of us get lost, because we let that paycheck or a LinkedIn bio define who we are. And I see it with my friends all the time. They got these solid corporate gigs, blowing their money on fancy gadgets, new phones, big nights out. And I'm happy for them, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it feels like they're just filling a void. Like they're letting their job title become their personality. And I get it, because I've been there. Here's my story. I'm a data analyst now, and it's a cozy job. Pays the bills, keeps me comfortable. But a while back, I went all in for a role at Nintendo, not as an artist, but as a supply and inventory planner for the Switch 2. And guys, let me tell you, I poured everything into that application, countless hours researching, practicing, preparing. I grew up on Nintendo, Smash Bros, Zelda, you name it, it's in my blood. I made it to the final round of interviews, and they were asking me things like, how would you forecast a new Super Smash Bros game for the Switch 2? And I thought I nailed it. I mean, I felt so qualified, like this was my moment to shine. And then I didn't get it. And honestly, that rejection crushed me. I was borderline depressed. I'd put so much of myself into that process, convinced it would validate me, only to hear no, and I felt like a failure, like I wasn't good enough. The job market is so cutthroat. Every rejection feels like a personal attack. I let my entire identity get wrapped up in landing that job, like it was the key to proving my worth. I honestly started questioning everything, my skills, my value, my future. But a few days after that rejection, I went on a trip to Japan, led by Kasem, who's a pretty popular art streamer and has a good YouTube presence as well. I'm sure many of you know who he is. It was supposed to be a chance to connect with other creatives and get my mind off of things. I thought, perfect, I'll escape the job market stress, soak in some inspiration, and just be an artist for a while. But honestly, the universe had other plans. I landed in Tokyo, and the first thing I saw was a bunch of Super Mario characters holding up signs that said, "Welcome to Japan." And whenever I got on the subway, they were playing Switch 2 ads everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I even went to the Nintendo and Pokemon store over there and just couldn't help but think to myself, man, it would be so great if I had that job while doing this right now. So obviously, as you can imagine, it was pretty hard not to get my mind off of it, but something happened on that trip. I was surrounded by these amazing artists. We were sketching, laughing, talking about our dreams, comics, animations, job opportunities, and in those moments, I felt something bigger than any job could offer, that creative energy, that sense of community, that passion. It was on a whole other level. No corporate title, no matter how shiny, could ever touch that. And I'm not going to show the other artists but KSM because I think they might get mad at me if I show their faces. But what I'm trying to say is that trip reminded me of something I'd forgotten in the haze of job applications and rejections. My real goal isn't to climb the corporate ladder or land a job at Nintendo. It's to create my own web series, my own webtoon comic, and make a living doing what I love. I'm still working towards that every day, and I'm not there yet, but I'm moving. Look, guys, here's the truth. The job market is brutal, and it's designed to make you feel small. Every rejection, every unanswered application, it messes with your head. It's so easy to let it define you, to think your worth is tied to a job offer or a title. Society doesn't help either. What do you do is usually the first question someone would ever ask you. Like, your job is your entire personality, but your job, it's just something you do. It's not who you are. I made the mistake of letting that Nintendo rejection crush me. I let the job market mess with my ego, made me feel like I wasn't enough even though I knew Super Smash Bros. Like the back of my hand. But my art, my real passion, that's what pulled me out. It's my anchor. It's, for lack of a better phrase, my safe space. And if you're out there grinding through applications, feeling like you're not enough because the job market keeps saying no, I'm here to tell you, you are so much more than a resume or a rejection email. So here's my challenge to you. Find that thing that makes you, you. Maybe it's art like me, but maybe it's writing, music, coding, cooking, whatever it is, make time for it. Create something that's yours because the job market cannot take that away. Because when you have that, no rejection, no corporate machine, no we've decided to go with another candidate can define your worth. If you're feeling stuck, start small. Draw one thing, write one sentence, take one step toward that thing that lights you up. Because that's what keeps you grounded when job markets try to tear you down. Alright, well that's basically all I had to say in this video. I apologize if it seemed like I was just ranting the whole time, but I figured, talking about this, some of you might have needed to hear it. So if you like what I had to say, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video and also follow me on X and Instagram, and especially X, because I would really like to host Twitter or X Spaces where I can invite all of you guys in publicly. We could just talk about art topics, society topics, just interesting things like this now. And, I will invite you guys up as speaker and we could just chop it up, so to speak. So if that interests you, give me a follow on X. But yeah, until next time, never stop chasing your dreams, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.